How to send Vietnamese workers working abroad under contracts. Decree number 38/2020/NDCP detailing the implementation of a number of articles of the law on Vietnamese workers working abroad under contracts has been signed by the government on April 3, 2020, taking effect from May 20, 2020. This decree prescribes the areas and jobs workers must not go to work abroad, licenses, conditions and procedures for the grant or replacement of licenses for provision of services to send workers abroad. Deposits of service-providing enterprises sending laborers to work abroad, deposits, management and use of deposits of enterprises performing the intern labor contract. Specifically, up to 7 jobs are not allowed for Vietnamese workers to work abroad, including massaging in the restaurants, hotels or entertainment centers. The work must be in constant contact with explosives, toxic substances in the metallurgy of non-ferrous metals, copper, lead, mercury, silver and zinc, regular contact with manganese, mercury dioxide. The work must be in contact with open radioactive sources, exploiting radioactive ores of all kinds. The production and packaging must be in constant contact with the chemicals of nitric acid, sodium sulfate, carbon disulfide, pesticides, herbicides, rat poison, antiseptic, and anti-termite with strong toxicity. Hunting for wild animals, crocodiles and sharks, regular work in places where there is lack of air, high pressure, underground, in the ocean, shrouding, burial corpses, cremating corpses, exhuming graves. In addition, it is prohibited to send workers to war zones or areas at risk of war, areas where radiation is being contaminated, areas contaminated with poison or areas with particularly dangerous epidemics. For service-providing enterprises sending laborers to work overseas, to set up company, and comply with the law, they must meet the following conditions among others. The legal capital is not lower than VND 5 billion Vietnam dong. Having owners, all members and shareholders being domestic investors under the provisions of the Law on Investment 2014, having an operation plan to send workers to work abroad. Having a specialized apparatus and material foundations to organize the training of necessary knowledge for workers before going to work abroad and activities of sending laborers to work abroad. Deposit VND 1 billion Vietnam dong, at commercial banks licensed to operate in Vietnam. The enterprise sending workers to work abroad upon the form of practice for skills improvement makes deposit to account at commercial bank. The level of deposit of an enterprise sending workers to work abroad upon the form of practice for skills improvement is equal to 10% of the ordinary flight ticket of one class at the time the enterprise deposits from the country where the employee works. The number of workers going to work abroad in Vietnam under the contract of accepting internships has been registered. In addition, this decree also stipulates the conditions for activities of sending laborers to work in the territory of Taiwan, to practice skills in Japan and to work as domestic servants in the host country of Middle East region. The interested individuals and organizations should pay attention to implement details of the regulation or seek lawyers in the labor management areas for consultation. We help clients overcome cultural barriers and achieve their strategic and financial outcomes, while ensuring the best interest rate protection, risk mitigation, and regulatory compliance. A&T Lawyers have attorneys in Hanoi, attorneys in Ho Chi Minh and attorneys in Da Nang.